to cut the post out.
Yeah, this guy wearing shoes, bro. I'm just wearing slippers.
Okay.
Lazy.
We should start that.
Is it shooting already?
Huh?
Are you recording?
Yeah,
already?
very.
Oh, you just clip. Oh, okay.
Bloopers, man.
I'm the cameraman, so it is what it is.
Okay.
Welcome back to One Step Beyond. Make sure to follow us on our social media, Twitter, Instagram, and our Facebook page. This is our season 2.
Yeah.
We are back again.
Good to be back.
New season, fresh players, fresh teams, and some good results, disappointing
Fresh
results.
person on the panel as well.
New guests as
New
well.
face, yeah.
Hey.
So as usual, we got me. I'm the host. I'm Shamsu, or Shams. We have Ola here. Then we have what? Ahmad Asmani.
Can we do a retake?
Our new guest is Shamim. He's a Liverpool fan. This one, Ola is a Man U fan, and Ahmad City. Yeah, City.
Oh, I'm in the wrong room, man.
two Manchester clubs. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, as the host, I'll try to stay neutral, but maybe I'll talk about Arsenal.
Okay.
A bit like that. So let's talk about like the top of the table first before we move on to like the top 4. So obviously top of the table, Liverpool and City. Liverpool is in red hot form, winning all their games like 6 in a row, 8 in a row.
7 in a row.
7 in a row for
Seven
the
in a row.
season.
Yeah.
16 in a row for
But the struggle has started, Just winning
Yeah,
1-0.
yeah.
That's the moment of seeing the struggle,
Even you guys started because of the injury to Laporte, your best centre back in the club.
Yeah, but we tried to replace by Ronaldinho, and I think we do well.
You think Fernandinho can do well?
Man, this experienced guy, he knows how to play well. You think when he's playing that position, he plays like all his life.
You think the reason that Fernandinho didn't play against Norwich that you guys lost that match?
Probably, yeah.
I thought it was because maybe KDB was on the bench, not Fernandinho at the place. Although yes, Man City did concede 3 goals, but for me, KDB has such a strong presence in the midfield, so the defense wouldn't take so much hit if he's in the game. It's up for debate, but I would think KDB.
Yeah, if City have like David Silva, Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, maybe Rodri and centre back, I think
That's centre back.
No, I mean the mid-centre field.
Okay.
I think City will not have much pressure on it in the defense. And usually, Norwich, what they did was they did what other teams couldn't do so far, like pressing Man City all the time. Yeah.
Because I think Norwich is a very good team, to be honest. I mean, I can see it definitely during the first game of the season against Liverpool. So I mean, they played bravely enough. And then at the same time, during the Norwich and Man City game, it's the new pairing. I mean, it's a very rare pairing of John Stones and Otamendi.
Yeah.
Okay, fair point.
I'll say, and they said they were like, if we lose, we just lost to City. So
I think Norwich is a good team at home. Not exactly a good team away. They've not had a good away record. They are a good team at home. For me, that's what it is. So we'll see what this weekend will be like, what they'll play against Aston Villa, because they are at home. They're playing Aston Villa. Pookie hasn't had a goal in two games, so let's see if the home form will bring them back to their winning
And
numbers.
overall, like if Liverpool lose or City lose, it's a brilliant league. That's why it is a top in the world.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's that's unpredictable competition at all. So if you lose like the bottom of the team, it happens.
I mean, anyone can beat anyone in Premier League.
Yeah.
True.
So before we move on to Liverpool, you're confident of catching up to Liverpool? Or
Why not?
Okay, but do you care about the Premier League though? Because the European Cup is the one that you guys are truly chasing for, right?
As a I'll say citizen, I'll say okay. As a citizen fan, I will say at this time, Premier League is, if I win it, it's like extra. But if I don't win it, I don't mind. But I hate Liverpool winning.
Okay.
Man, we never won the Premier League.
I hate even like all the Man United fans, Arsenal fans. Nobody wants Liverpool to win the league.
Stop over.
They will make sure even they lose the game that they don't win the game.
So
much hate. So much hate.
So that's about City. So moving on to Liverpool, obviously Liverpool was the European champions last year. Do you think they're going to repeat that?
It's quite hard to actually go to the final for 2 years in a row. Let alone make it 3. Let alone make it 3. I mean, we lost the first game to Napoli, and I'm not sure what is the system they're playing right now, because obviously Klopp has changed a few things. They're playing more higher in the field, so we are quite exposed at the back. And against Salzburg the other day, after Salzburg changed the formation to a diamond midfield, they exploited the space behind the midfield. So especially Minamino. So it's a very interesting competition, you know. But then again, it's cliche, but European night is something that we cherish for, you know, for Liverpool. But I expect no less than quarter-final or semi-final.
Yeah, you have a chance to reach there, but I don't think I saw the first game in the Champions League of Liverpool, and I was like, nah.
You don't see them winning again?
They won, but conceded 3 goals.
Tottenham conceded 7. No, you don't. I think in Europe it's different.
Europe is a different.
Europe is a different
from I understand.
Exactly. I mean, like Bayern is, for me, it's kind of back, and then they have Coutinho who plays in the previous role, like he plays in Liverpool before this.
Yeah.
So I kind of think Bayern is kind of flourishing with Serge Gnabry in the flanks.
Yeah.
So I think it's a team to watch.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously last season, the thing about Liverpool about last season is that they don't really prioritize the domestic clubs. We prioritize like FA Cup, Carabao Cup, you know, and maybe Premier League. We prioritize domestic success more than continental success.
I guess that continental success that we won last season actually serves as a motivation to get more. I mean, obviously players are more hungry for the success, and I think that we just try our best to win. I mean, to be at least involved in the competition, not going out in the first round again like last few seasons.
Alright, so
but it's impossible for you this year to win the Champions League again. No way. We won't let that happen.
It's not really up to you. It's up to you to keep on winning the Premier League. Because right now, it's just interesting, both of you are sitting side by side. You want the Champions League, he's won it. He wants the Premier League, you've won it.
Yeah.
So he will make sure that I don't win the league. I will make sure he doesn't win the Champions League.
I see.
But if he can win it, the Premier League, try harder.
But Champions League is quite different this season, I think. There's no such thing as favorite this time for me. I can't even fill up the semi-final quota, to be honest. Like Juventus, they might be good, but are they good enough to go to the final and win it? With the absence of Chiellini through ACL, I don't think they have the squad depth to actually maintain their stride in Europe.
But my favorite this year would be, I would say, Barcelona has potential to win. When you see Griezmann, Suarez, Messi, De Jong, all these guys, man, I think that this is something to watch.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a bit predictable still, Champions League. Even though Real Madrid is out of shape, I would say.
Yeah, but before we move on to like our predictions for Champions League, who's going to be Champions League this season? Final question for you is this your year?
To be frank, you don't really say that every year. It's just
You do.
every year is your year. Man, I don't want to confirm it on this video, you know. But let's see. I mean, it's still a long season, to be honest. We just played 7 games.
And you're top of the league.
Top of the league. We always screw it though.
Okay.
We always screw it somehow.
So what do you think? Like you're playing against City, so many big teams in this
Exactly.
in 2 months. So what do you think?
The next 5 games.
Can you cope with the
Yeah.
in the
The
top?
next 5 games are very crucial for Liverpool, especially.
Except when you play Man United.
You never know. It's at Old Trafford though.
You need to score to win goals. Man United, we're not scoring. We have no shots on target.
I'm not sure about that. Something about United,
Okay.
against Liverpool, it's different thing, you know, when it's
I
it's a
think-
rival game.
I think United, yeah, lack of identity so far. I don't know.
No, it's just only out, hashtag only out.
Moving on to Man United, obviously disappointing so far. It's
Yeah.
still early in the season. I mean, yeah, but before we move on to like Man United as a whole, what do you think of like the Arsenal Man United game at Old Trafford?
It was very boring. It had no drive. There was no enthusiasm. It's lost the flair people came to look for. Ran and then VAR at it again. It was a game that you could slip off watching.
There was a bit of vintage, you know, when before Tommy scored the opening
Yeah.
goal, that attacking speed, it's like, oh, it reminded me of the Ferguson era.
No, not for me. United is down and out.
I think
this season is,
Bogba is not actually the level we expected to be in this season. Like he's not actually doing what he's supposed to be doing. Even though he wants to go out.
no, there's a philosophy that's missing. There's no drive in the team. There's just no drive. Where's the drive coming from? Pogba is not on the pitch. Even when he's on the pitch, he's not having as much impact. Rashford is there. Do you want Rashford to be your main striker?
No.
Lingard's there. Do you want Lingard
Since
to be your main striker?
Gilbert is an Aguero, I don't think I need
No,
another
you
thing
think
from
of
him.
just think of the top of the table and think of people who are top 3 there. Who do you see attacking for United?
I mean,
Nah, I don't see.
in light of positivity, I would pick Daniel James.
I know he's young. He's obviously a reason why clubs should continue to dig deep and go from the academy and groom their players. That works, but he's just one. He's just the only person that has a set. And United of old shouldn't be dependent on Daniel James. He should be learning the ropes. He's good. I won't take anything away from him. But United of old should have had people who he would learn from, rather than him to be calling the shots and determining how things will go or winning games for us. No.
Okay, very.
So about the game,
Yeah. Which game?
actually not that game, but during the game, so actually the lineup when announced, so you have Arsenal playing 3 defensive midfielders
Yeah.
at Old Trafford. Whether Arsenal fans disagree or agree, that's another story, but the thing that stands out for me is that your midfielder, your most creative midfielder in the club, which is Paul Pogba.
Yeah.
He's playing in the most deepest role in the midfield.
Yes.
While Torreira arguably, actually he is the best ball winner in Arsenal Football Club.
Yes.
He's playing a more advanced role. So I'm watching the game, I'm like, what the kind of speed the manager is smoking? Torreira is playing advanced, Pogba is playing deep. So you know what I mean? So it's like, so do you think the manager is the problem?
In United's case, I think there is a problem with the manager. I think there's a problem with the
Well, on the way.
Yeah, I think there might be. It's best to just admit it. I'm not saying he needs to be sacked, but I think he needs a reality check.
It's like
That
you
United
want-
is
you
no
want him-
longer-
So you want him to change Man United, same as Lampard changing.
I just
Chelsea.
want him to win games. The record is so poor.
Exactly.
5 wins.
Exactly.
Yes.
I mean, like,
In over 20 games. It's just
Only
too
5.
poor. Yes.
I'm actually
Away
I
record
would not
is
take that.
terrible.
No.
Our away record is terrible.
Mm.
It's really, really bad. So the idea is, I'm not saying only out tomorrow, get him sacked, but I'm saying he needs to win games. Whatever he needs to do to get the boys back into winning, he needs to do it.
do you think there's pressure behind Ole actually? Because before
I
he
don't
was,
think there's enough pressure.
I know before he was made permanent.
He was winning.
He was brilliant actually.
Do you think
Yeah.
he has the right ways to do that?
That's a very tricky question.
Because
I think United, I was speaking with another United fan, and he shared something interesting. He said, United is bringing out the worst in players. And he just gave 2 examples. He said, And you know, these are isolated cases, but it's worth hearing out. Pogba was in United, he was playing rubbish. He leaves, he's banging in goals. Sanchez was in United, was on the bench for so long, was played and had very, very little impact. He moves on, is getting goals. Oh yes, I'm with a red card. But the point is, he started scoring goals. So there might be something in the club that the manager needs to change. And it might be psychological, it might be something else, I don't know. And you know, people are saying maybe Mourinho was right. I don't know. There's a lot wrong with it. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. But I know that.
Do you think there's something wrong with the top ball in the
Oh, of course. That's been sung on the rooftops for like forever. But that's not going to change. But what you can change is the way that the manager handles his players and handles the game when it's not going his way. He's so chilled. Even when the game is not going his way, he's super chilled. He's like, yeah, it's gonna. And then he goes to press conference and says, yeah, we don't learn anything from a draw. You know, you come, oh, there's nothing we learned from a draw. A draw when United had 0 shots on target. What do you learn? And he comes and says, you know, it's not manageable.
What do you learn?
Let's not make this a United rant.
What do you consider is a successful season for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
I think for him, we can only measure his success by what he did last year. Can he take United back to 6th position? I don't. He's certainly not in the running for 4th position. Leicester is doing pretty well this year. Leicester is not doing too badly. Even Burnley is doing well. Wood is scoring goals. Barnes is scoring goals. They don't have Europa to worry about, and you can see that at least they're showing some level of focus.
Exactly. Leicester would be a potential banana state to
any team now. Maybe not from their attack, but at least from their defense. They are shutting out, you know, attacks on their defense, and that
especially with this new centre back. The
guy is quite good.
All right. Let's see. Who's going to win the league? If I ask you guys, who's going to win the league actually?
City.
City.
Yes.
Oh, you're picking the fellow Manchester.
City would win.
Come on, it's a City United.
City would win the league.
If he loses, he's just gonna give it to me. What else?
Obviously, I want this league so much. It's the holy grail for all of us. But 30 years is a damn long time, to be honest. I mean, I would be happy if Liverpool could finally break the duck.
I understand. I really feel very, very bad when I see like someone who was supporting Liverpool for 30 years and never seen them winning the league. Really painful.
Come on, man.
I understand. Like
last season was 97 points.
Even though I was a new fan to City when they won the first league, I understand the emotions like that.
But who do you think will win the league?
I'll say City.
Really?
If not City, I'll say maybe we got Leicester.
Before that, you say you were fan of City and the first one in the league.
Yeah.
So you were a glory hunter.
I would not say glory hunter, but when I saw the potential, when I saw Yaya Toure, David Silva, all these guys, Aguero, I was not fan of any Premier League team, so I had to pick.
Out of all teams, City.
Why not? I feel like they are, you know, I'm not joining a history, but I'm making a history.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Fair play. So let's move on to the Champions League. Who do you think are the favorites?
Favorites? I don't know. People seem to be answering or who they want to win the league. For me, I want Barcelona to win. I wouldn't think they're favorites, especially with how they're doing domestically. Liverpool is, I said Liverpool. Real Madrid is still doing a number on Barcelona. The El Clasico should be coming up soon. We'll see how both of them will square up against each other. I would want Barcelona to win the Champions League. I think Messi is in his glory days, and his glory days are past actually. I would just want him to bag another Champions League before.
It's been a while, right?
I know.
He has been fighting for a long time because he had like so many down times, like even the national team, sometimes being knocked out like surprisingly, like Roma.
You picking Barcelona?
Yeah, I will pick Barcelona for the Champions League. really want Messi to win this Champions League. At least.
Yeah.
Even I don't want City to win. I just want Messi to win this. City, I would say, go to some finals. If you can't, go to quarterfinals.
So this one, Liverpool. You are rooting for Liverpool?
It's quite hard to actually win
Back to back.
back to back. So, but the favorites I would pick City, Barcelona, Bayern. Could be a dark horse, you never know. And then, of course, Liverpool has to be there. But Juventus, though, you never know with Sarri.
Mm.
Okay, I'm gonna ask a question for each club. So for Man United, who is like the most standout player that you did not expect to become standout player?
Daniel James.
Daniel James.
Daniel James.
What about your youth product, Ponzivi? He looks good.
No. I've not rated anybody as good until they play in the Premier League. Play in the Premier League, do something. Daniel James has done it twice this season, and I think he's worthy of as much commendation. It's the same thing you can say when you go to Arsenal. It's different when you play in the league. It's different when you play, you play against these teams. Let's not take anything against them, but the feeling, the opposition in the Premier League would really test any youth, and I think when any of the youth players come into the play for the first team and we see them, that's when I want to assess them.
Okay. So what about City? Who's your most standout player that you didn't expect to be the most standout player?
Just few players like Real Mahrez.
Really?
Nice to produce.
You expect him to, just because he didn't play so many times last season.
Yeah, because he got opportunity to play when Leroy Sané got injured.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this guy, man, the way he's played, the passes is providing, the chances he's creating,
Yeah.
the impact he has in the game, bro, is really like something you have to watch and enjoy. Even though I'll be Kevin De Bruyne, but Kevin De Bruyne is always there. He was doing what he's there, really does.
No, because he was injured for the
He was
whole
injured,
last season.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So now Real Mahrez is really picking top level of the game.
Any particular reason why Pep doesn't start Phil Foden? I like him. I like the boy. He has.
The boy, there are top guys there. You can't beat the top guys. That's the thing.
But he did well in Premier
He
League.
scored, yeah. In Premier League, no, in Champions League.
Because never seen empty League. He scored as well against Spurs last season.
Yeah.
It's okay. Sometimes like when the game is like 70, 65, yes, you can play him.
Or maybe send him on loan. He's just, doesn't have that much quality.
He need to improve under Guardiola.
I see.
Yeah.
How do you improve if you don't get playing time?
Give him 30 minutes every game, maybe. That's all. It's okay. Maybe start when you are playing the bottom league and the league title.
Who's in the Premier League? Who's bottom league? Okay, maybe Watford.
I mean, they're smashing teams now.
Well, yeah, because you see that day you were leading by 5 goals. At least bring him on.
Yeah, can bring him on halftime, bro.
Halftime.
But we had a crisis, bro. It's okay.
Crisis, bro.
Like we had like
But there's no excuse
these
there.
guys, but
You're leading 5-0. Did you expect Watford
to
come back from that?
we don't want to see the goal, man.
I mean, you're playing Gundogan. I mean, how old is Gundogan? 39?
Around that.
So, I mean, might as well give Foden the playing time.
Because Gundogan signed a new contract. Do you know that?
Oh,
So
really?
the condition is to give him more time to play.
Oh, I see.
Okay. Hopefully he can actually improve more. And for that, I would say he has to ask himself what he can do for the coach, not what the coach can do for him.
Alright.
Yeah.
Move on to Liverpool. Who's your most standout player so far?
I would pick two. To be Joel Matip and Adrian. I mean, I'm surprised how Matip actually become the unsung hero of all the players out there. I mean, like, okay, obviously we have Virgil van Dijk, who's like the legendary wall, so to say. But Matip has been, oh man, don't shoot.
No, you see what happened last night? Just yesterday, we all saw what happened to.
And then you guys celebrate about it.
No, we also.
He wasn't exposed.
The
I would say he was
world
very
best.
exposed, man.
He was really exposed.
Yes.
I take nothing away from him, but him taking away that award from Messi doesn't.
Okay,
surprise
alright,
me.
fair enough. But without Matip, Joe Gomez played, I would say, awful against Salzburg. I didn't really like Joe Gomez because he's a bit slow in decision making. But Matip is just so quick to cover the area, and that's it. I mean, I think people should appreciate Matip more right now.
What about your top three front?
I mean, they're okay. I mean, people start to appreciate Firmino more right now.
Yes.
Quite an intelligent player.
Yeah, some people have seen them saying like he's a complete striker. Where is Aguero? What is happening?
Yeah,
I mean,
Aguero hit the ball. Okay.
I mean, Aguero is in his own class, but I'm just happy that people start to see Firmino as the real glue to the front three. Without him, I don't think Salah or Mane could score that much.
Before we find out all this, I'm just gonna ask an off-field questions. So let's start with Ahmed. What's happening in the relationship between Pep and Aguero? There seems to be like a friction there. You know what I'm saying? You remember the VAR against Spurs where they both hug and then they both fight after they got sub out. Yeah. And they both hug and then they go.
I'll say it's a relationship between the coach and the player. Sometimes things heat up, and sometimes it's between them to solve easily. And I would say that they did not solve outside the game; they solved within the game. So that's the thing, you know. He has this kind of relationship. The expectation of Pep Guardiola is what I call a perfectionist. He needs to play. He wants the players to actually perform and do like magic things in the game. So if you don't do that, then he's happy, and then you just show him some disappointment. He's gonna confront and later on solve it. So this is what I see. It's not like Mourinho who will not defend his place. Now you see Pep Guardiola was defending Bernardino, posted something like that racist to on social media to Mendy, and he was saying this guy is very good guy, all these things. He stood up for him. So that's the relationship between the coach and his players.
So for Liverpool, I'm just gonna ask this question.
Which one?
This one. The thing is, it's about your squad depth. How confident are you in your squad depth?
Tough question, to be honest, because with the players on the bench, I mean, like, they're not really suited to the 4-3-3 that Klopp will always play. Because I've seen Lana being deployed as the base of the midfield three, so it would be something like Jorginho type of player. So let's see how it goes, because Navigator is not really fit. I mean, Ox, he just came back from injury, so let's see how it goes.
Is Klein back, by the way? Klein.
I don't think it's back. I mean, like, he had ACL during the preseason. It's shame to him, I'm sorry. But
so
we still have that utility player, especially from the U23s. So I hope everything's okay though.
So
in terms of squad depth, I think City still has the best.
Yes. No contest.
That's not even deserve.
So final last question before we end this video of ours. Basically good. Rashford is not on form, right? Lingard's not.
Can't find the goal.
Lingard is even injured now.
Lingard's not on form. Martial's
Injured?
not out, and he's probably your best striker.
Yes.
So Ole in his press conference said Mason Greenwood is the best finisher in the club. That's why he's a striker. Right? Yet he keep persisting, play him on the left, bring him on late in the game, not giving him opportunities to start the Premier League game ahead of Rashford. Even though Rashford was ineffective. Even in during last week, I think it was Rashford to injury. He looks unfit and a bit broken. Yeah. Why do you think that is? Why do you think?
You want the short answer or you want the long answer?
I mean, take your time.
I'll give you the short answer. Only out.
You just reminded me of Asaminga.
No.
You just reminded me of Asaminga. What's happening?
Look, it looks like we're just going to go around the same question and come back to the same. We're going to come back to the same.
So what do you want as a coach?
It's not my decision to make.
As a fan, who do you want to see for the club? Pochettino?
Pochettino, I would take a Pochettino tomorrow. Sign the contract.
Pochettino is
I'll take this dude from Ajax as well. Yeah, I like people who go out there and they want to win a game, they go for it. Although Pochettino has his own issues. I didn't like how the whole thing with Eriksen played out. But eventually he managed the situation, and you can see a sense of concern when the game is going on, that he wants his players to do better than they are doing. you can see what happens when Klopp does it. So I want an attitude in a manager that I don't see in Klopp.
So number one, you want Pochettino. Number two, from my
Okay, first things first. I take it back. Maybe I don't want Ole out. I want something to go into him. Yes, I don't know how we're gonna do it, but I need him to be much more into the game and into the boys.
Okay,
and
if you don't
into
want him-
winning
I
games.
agree with you because during the Arsenal game, he has that sense of complacency, you know.
Yeah,
that
he
sits
just
around.
sits and he's just okay. He's just okay with how things are going, and that's what I want out. Just to be fair, because it is his job after all. But at some point, it's going to be beyond just how he manages the game, but whether he should be managing United. If it's based on the current statistics, he has no business being the manager any longer. People have been sacked for less, is my point. Yet, there's still patience and say, give him time, which is fair. And I'm on the team on, give him time or something. But if it comes down to him going out tomorrow, I don't think I'll have too much of a problem with it.
Alright.
Yes.
Let me change the question a bit. How impressed are you by Greenwood actually?
I'm very impressed with him. I'm impressed with his goals, the kind of goals he has scored. I think he could be stronger on the ball. If he could be stronger on the ball, it would increase his potential. If he could be stronger on the ball, I don't think he lacks confidence. I think he needs the opportunity to at least come and do something. Start a game in the Premier League. Let him be given that opportunity to start. If he didn't weeks ago, at least the time is right for him to do. Look at the free kicks Rashford is playing. Really? No, United deserves better. It's unfortunate we need to now turn to, Greenwood. And I'm not saying he's a savior. I'm just saying if all is clearly not going well, we might as well look for options anywhere else. He has goals in him. Everybody agrees he has goals in him. So we might as well come and score those goals in the Premier League.
Right, I think that's it from us today. Thank you for listening and watching. Thank you for staying with us. Make sure to always follow us on social media for more updates. Hopefully we'll be back active and stuff. No promises, but we will try our best. I'm Shamso, this is the host for today, and thank you for watching.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Guys.
Bye.
What a nice session though.
Great.